You're listening to the smartest guys in marketing, the best show on the planet for client businesses to learn about traffic, funnels, sales, conversions, and marketing coolness. Chris and Taylor are the founders of Traffic and Funnels, a digital marketing consultancy helping you get paid clients from cold traffic daily. Now, here are your hosts, Chris and Taylor.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the smartest guys in marketing podcast, the best podcast in the universe. Here with your host, Chris Evans and Taylor, the skinny mini whelp.
The universe. You know what that means?
Universe.
It means you can go to all the galaxies and we're going to be the freaking best ever. Hey,
The
just
best.
a side note. Before we go into this, dude, people have been stopping me at Starbucks and Walmart and Target, just coming up to me and they're like, dude, is this you? Showing me their phone. And it's like our emails. They're like, look at your hair. Your hair looks so good. And dude, heavy lies the head that wears the crown, man. I finally know what that means. Wanted to say that.
Well,
Get
tell
out.
us, what does that mean?
It means there is a cost to being freaking famous. It's hard,
Like
man.
people are lining up for autographs at Starbucks.
I just got to be on all the time. There's no rest for the weary. I'm just on all the time. People are
People
like
are showing
"Sign
up
my
at your
shoes."
house. They're like camping out in your lawn just to
Like-
get a view, just to get a peep.
Yeah.
Hopefully you leave your blinds open.
Like,
and
hey,
they
here are
can get
my
a glimpse of the majestic.
brand new Yeezys. Please sign them for me. And I'm like, dude, you're not a client, so I can't sign anything for you. Oh, look at that. Let's just get a shot of your legs real fast. I'm sorry you guys can't see this.
These are the sexiest legs in marketing, no doubt.
All right. Let's dive into this because we're just coming back. I wanted to say hiatus, but it hasn't really been a hiatus. We've been working our freaking ass off, getting new stuff. built out. AZZ. And literally, we've just changed everything in our business. And it's the best thing we've ever done for clients. It's the best thing we've ever done for us. We're on a whole new level. Every day we wake up, hustling. All we do is win. So today we're talking about money.
I think that should be a song.
I'll write it.
Yeah, we're talking about money. This is a very important topic that people, man, they are scared to death about money. Even people who have money are afraid of money or not having money or spending money. It's amazing just come to think about it, how many people, even clients, who they have money, they're successful, they're signing clients, they're doing great things, but they are afraid to let go of money to grow their business, to invest in themselves, to invest in their families, to invest in the paid ads.
Yeah.
And it's like, that is the easiest thing. Like once you have a few of the things that are right, it's easy to get money over and over and over and over. The hard thing is having the right mindset to know what to do with the money. So you can grow yourself and your business.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the laws of the land of money. How does money get into production? And here's the thing about money. There is a language, you're like bouncing around like the Energizer Bunny right now. You feel good. I can tell.
I'm ready, dude. Let's go.
5 minutes. He spent 5 minutes with me this morning. I've got him like about to jump off a ledge, feeling like he's Superman. There is a language of money talks to other money. And they say, this person's doing this. This person's doing this. That person's not. And money tends to congregate where the perceived value is the highest. And so I think we need to talk about today a little bit of the language of money, the law of the land of money, how money works, why money is important. This is something that bugs the freaking daylights out of me is people were like, money doesn't matter. There are more important things than money, bro. Yeah? What? Tell me what's more important than your ability to help other people with money. Here's the thing. You can go down to the kitchen and you can cook for homeless people, or you can buy the kitchen and all the supplies. What's going to have more impact? Too much? Chris is really nervous right now.
Are you asking the audience? Because
I'm
you're
asking
talking
you.
to people over there that I don't know about that you didn't include me in.
People over here are
And
just
so I don't know who you're talking to.
people
Are you
on
talking to
Facebook.
me? You're talking to them.
People on Facebook are just like, man, your hair is so amazing, man. Your hair is awesome. You look so hot. That's all they're saying. I'm asking you.
Yeah. Great question, my friend, my comrade. I would say that it depends on the person because I think there is an issue that people have with money. So let's just get that out of the way. You know, we're not talking about greed. We're not talking about being a douchebag with money, right? So what we're talking about right now is assuming that you have a healthy relationship with money. Can we just get some clarity on that for the people and all the people over there in your little group who are hanging out with you, watching? Pervin.
This is our group. They
just hear my voice, and they probably don't recognize my voice because I've been in the bunker. But yeah. So now that we have that clear, money is a very, very important tool. Very important tool.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, our background coming out of church and that side of things, I would say that 90% of people have a very unhealthy relationship with money and view of money.
Yeah.
And they equate, and why I want to bring some clarity to this, because they equate having money or thinking about money or going after money as, oh, you're evil. You're
Bad
greedy.
person.
You're a bad person. Yeah. So.
But money is a byproduct of value. And so here's the thing. If you are a person of value, if you're a person of contribution, money typically is the byproduct of that. It's not necessarily the goal. It is a bit of a byproduct. And so here's the deal. Here's the point I want to get home. And a perfect story for this is so my wife, her name is Lindsay. She's the most generous person I've ever known in my entire life. When we first met, she's giving to church. And I'm like, screw that. I'm just my relationship with money wasn't very healthy. And I didn't understand that, the more money you get, the more money you should give. I didn't really understand that. And so she's giving all her money away and overdrafting her account. Just she's
love that.
Perfect. She's the best in the world. And so she asked me a couple days ago, she's like, hey, can we buy some backpacks for some kids going back to school? I'm like, yeah. And how much is it going to be? Because it's I would need to know. She's like, $30 max. I'm like, okay. So yesterday she comes home, her whole Model X, the whole thing is filled with school supplies, pencils, erasers, backpacks. Literally, you saw it.
I can verify the truth. Yeah, that is truth because I saw it on Instagram.
Like a wheelbarrow. And I'm like, babe, what? She spent over $500. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. She's like, are you upset? I'm like, no, I'm not upset. And it was this cool moment for her because she was like, oh, I thought you were going to be upset. But I was like, you know what? That is the point. It's the freaking point, dude.
Yeah.
The more success you have and the more wealth you build, you think back to the richest people in the history of the world, most of the times they're the most generous. They give the most money. They are most interested in helping people who are less fortunate than they are. And I'm not saying that, that you should enable people, but I'm like, dude, the reason that you build wealth, the reason that you should be concerned with money. First of all, if you're not concerned with money, you're selfish.
Yes.
You're selfish. That's just the truth. And if you don't have a healthy relationship with money, you're going to be offended by that. Welcome to the club. Line up. We're taking names. But if you're not interested in wealth accumulation, building, acquiring money, accumulating money, you cannot make an impact. That means you're not focused on impact. The biggest impacts on humans typically have come from people with wealth. True or false?
Yes. True. Very true.
There you
Yeah,
go.
and I want to go back and talk a little bit more deeper about that, and then just the byproduct. It's I know for the case that our case, and then a lot of our friends, entrepreneurs that we know, it's the more money you have, the more money you're able to get, the greater the pain that you've been willing to endure.
Ooh.
Where's he working at? Oh my gosh. I just want to run around with my tambourine.
So good.
It's true. How much pain, how much suffering have we endured,
bro,
to get to a place where we can have impact, right? The other point I want to make is money is going to highlight who you are as a person, right? It's going to reveal, it's going to uncover, the light is going to be shown on the type of person you are based on how much money you have.
True.
So this is a really important topic, and so many people are afraid of it. I grew up in a middle class, maybe lower middle class. My dad was in the military. We didn't have tons of money, and it was a very sore subject because there's a lot of shame that comes with that. There's things I wanted as a kid that I couldn't get. Part of why I worked my butt off, and I literally went door to door asking people for money for good causes. Because I had nobody to give me money. Like my parents, and they can just write me a check. Where I would go to door and just mow people's lawns, to get money. And so I think we just got to uncover and say, listen, at the end of the day, I love having a great house. I love having property. You love having your Teslas.
Correction. Mansion. I love having a good mansion.
It's not technically a mansion, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Whatever.
I love the ability to travel with my family. We're going to Turks and Caicos in December for vacation. I love that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the thing that's going to last is your impact.
And here's the thing. I posted this a while back on my personal Facebook, which, by the way, we're going to have to do something about that because with the way Facebook's jacking stuff up, dude, you need to give me a new platform for my message, okay? I'm just putting that on you. Facebook's like up and down all over the place. But anyways, you may have seen this. I said, money can't solve all your problems, but the person you've got to become to get it usually can. You usually can. And here's the distinction.
Money. Did you make that up?
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty good, man.
I have so many insights. They just hit me all the time.
I like that.
I got freaking Beyonce hit me up.
All right, well.
Trying to borrow cash.
Now I'm going to get you a platform.
Yeah. Thank you. But here's the deal. It's true. Like, money can't fix everything for you. But the type of person, the type of mentality you have to develop, the type of outlook you have to have on your life and your problems to accumulate money typically can solve most of the problems that you're going to get hit with. And that's just the truth. And the reality is most people focus on the outcome. They don't focus on the process. What we're trying to do is teach you how to focus on the process and be okay with money coming as a result. Dude, what are people doing? Look at that.
Oh, they're cleaning the windows. Look at that.
This is the weirdest thing ever. All right, number 2. You ready to move on from this?
Yeah.
Anything else to add? So what you're saying is really is beautiful. Okay.
Thank you.
Number 2 is the question, okay, we know money's important. And we know that if you say that money's not important, you're probably a loser and you're selfish. So stop saying that. Number 2 is this idea of becoming the person that's deserving of money. Do you deserve it? Do you deserve it? This is probably one of the biggest issues that people come up against is they say they want something. Oh, man, I would just love to have a successful business. Oh, Taylor and Chris, I really love what you've built. Can you give me a piece of advice? Here's my advice. Deserve it. That's my advice. Freaking deserve it. Let me ask you this. Does Michael Phelps deserve to be the best swimmer in the world?
Yes.
Why?
Because he puts in the work.
He puts everybody else to shame.
He earns it.
And he earns it. This is probably the biggest thing holding, in our industry, this is the biggest issue that's holding people back from getting what they want is they suck. They don't deserve it. You say you want something, and then you sit in your little corner with blindfolds on, refuse to take any action, refuse to take any risk, refuse to sacrifice. We will loop you over and over and over and take everything that you want. And that's not a greed thing. We're freaking hustling. We're working for it. We're willing to sacrifice for it. Most people want it, but they don't deserve it.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, I think it really speaks to where we are in this day and age, and just the heavy entitlement that is in. I know, at least in America, I won't speak for other nations, but we are very much of an entitled nation with this younger generation coming up, and I think ultimately it comes down to responsibility. People lack the ability to take responsibility for what they do or do not have. And so when they don't take responsibility.
You're telling me it's not the president's fault that I don't have money?
I mean, it could be Trump's fault. Let's impeach him. I mean, that's what people are saying, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not getting their way. They don't feel good about it. So not to get into politics here, but it's just, I mean, it just goes to show like where we are in this day and age and how ridiculous it is and how much of a disease it is, a lack of responsibility, because, it's easier to say, oh, it's that. It's a situation of, oh, Chris and Taylor didn't do, something for me, or they didn't give me everything I needed. They didn't hold my hand. They didn't baby me, as opposed to I'm a big boy, big girl. I take responsibility. At the end of the day, it's on me to take what I have been given and go all in. And we see this like people who fail. This is, I'd say, one of the biggest things. That's a big issue, bro. Big issue.
Speaking of the idea of failure, I think failure is a bit of a currency that you pay to get to the other side. Jay-Z says you learn more in failure than you do success. I think Jay-Z knows what he's talking about. I'm just going to follow along with that because people are afraid of failure. But failure is a bit of there's a toll road that you gotta pay to cross, and it's typically called mistakes. Yep. If you're afraid of making mistakes, and you're probably not going to enjoy a lot of success either.
Yeah.
But this comes up a lot when people are like, you know what? $100 is a lot of money. $1,000 is a lot of money. 10K is a lot of money. $1,000 is a lot of money, whatever. And it's like, you know what? If you constantly make decisions from a place of 10,000, 100,000 being a lot of money, you'll constantly be stuck in that place where 10,000, 100,000 is a lot of money. Yeah. At some point, you have to look at your life and you have to say, am I making decisions that indicate that I deserve getting what I want? Bro, you eat Cheetos and Doritos all day. You sit and you watch Game of Thrones 9 hours a day. Do you really deserve to have the body that you want? No, you probably don't. It's the same in your business. No sacrifice, no reward.
So good. So true.
All right. Anything else to add to that?
That's it, man.
This is just us. We're just coming back into the field for the first time, getting this podcast ramped back up. We've been throwing out events and a bunch of stuff. Literally, people are like,
busy.
Man. People are like, Taylor, your hair just changed me. Taylor, like, I'm going to get so many clients from your haircut. It's so fresh. I know. Everything I do it for you. It's true. Man of the people.
I don't think that's true.
All right. What's the call to action for today? I forgot. We haven't recorded a podcast in so long.
I think the call to action is
be yourself.
Feel good about who you are. No, the call to action is go get the freaking memos.
Okay, we're still in the memos thing. Got it. Okay, got it.
Yeah, dude. Those things are badass.
Bye, y'all.
Trafficandfunnels.com/memos.
All right. Adios. See ya.